Not yet, not until your senses have come back.
This fighter has been described as a swarmer, that fighter who attempts to overwhelm their opponent by applying constant pressure.
Swarmers, you can go back in boxing history. When you've seen them, when you've seen the best of the best swarmers going, you understand how hard it is. It looks exciting from the outside in. Imagine being right in there.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Can't land that jab. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Nice exchange here from both men. That left hook missed. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. The game plan does not seem to be working. Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
This is one of those situations you've just been hurt, you've got to get out there again. Be smart, be sharp, don't be a fool, don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Good counter punching. You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. These two fighters are made for one another. Beautiful counter shot. It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
A perfect counter lands. Swing and a miss with the left hook. Nice counter. Defense is not an option for these two. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. You know that bell was sweet music. On to the fourth we go. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
This is a high-octane battle. Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Those counter punches have to hurt. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
That counter shot lands. Holding nothing back here in the round. Insane action. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. He is down big time on the scores.
The bell, sometimes it can be this.
Back into the fray here in round 5. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
They're both looking for the knockouts here, and that's what we expect from heavyweights.
So you're getting in there with someone that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get in close.
These two were made for each other. It's Rocky Marciano who hits a counterpunch. And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. Pretty close fight here in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Well done with that counter shot. Well, Johnny, as you know, there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive.
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close. Let's start the 6th. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
And shoot. Nice counter shot. Incredible firepower from both of these heavyweights. They exchange punches. Just missed with that hook. Could see it in their eyes. They saw that punch coming, and there was nothing they could do.
Even I've got to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Listen to me. Are you okay?
Did you see that? And Deontay Wilder just got clipped. And right back into the fray.
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. You would not want to be hit by this guy. Trust me. just as quickly as the action slows down and heats back up. Final 10 seconds here, and the corner is going to have their work cut out for them. Let's talk about Wilder in that last round. Well, he's got Bambi. Here comes round 7. Let's see if they can shake off the cobwebs after a disastrous last round.
Do you knock down and you're coming back from that? That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs will feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
Are we about to witness history? The great Rocky Marciano in serious trouble. And now they're right back into the fray.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
They hit like heavyweights, but they move like middleweights. Truly elite level stuff here.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think them. You've just got to be smarter than them. You've got to be like a little faggot and pickpocket them.
Back and forth they go, neither fighter willing to back down.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. Good counter punch. You'd like to see more jabs. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. You've heard the old phrase, this might come down to who wants. Round 8, and we're off again. That 1-minute break surely wasn't enough for him to completely recover.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? Perfect counter shot. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Both men step back for just a moment. Unlucky to miss with that jab. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one.